What's going on, guys? My name is Atlantis, and welcome to a brand new series that I've wanted to do for quite a while. Now, this series is in vanilla, and it's in the most recent update, and it will always be in the most recent update. Not snapshots, but just the update. Now, if you watched the previous video that came out before this, the Ice and Fire episode, you would have heard me mention something about making a new series, or a new project. I don't remember what I said in that episode. But if this is the first video you're watching on the channel, first off, welcome. And secondly, this series is something I've wanted to do for a while. It's basically just going to be a vanilla world that we keep with the most recent update, and we're going to see what we can do. So we're going to have this world for a while, if I have it my way. Which I will, because these worlds tend to not get corrupted, unlike modded nonsense that I've been dealing with for years. But my plan with my channel, when I started, was never to really do modded content, and I didn't choose the modded content, it chose me. Oh my god, that's one way of putting it. More like I got a PC and I discovered modded Minecraft, but that's besides the point. But this series is going to be vanilla. And it's part of the reason is because of what I just mentioned. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, but the other reason is I haven't been playing Minecraft nearly as much as I used to. And I've sort of gotten out of practice as far as building goes, so I want to get back into that. And this series is a good way to do that. Now, let's see. I don't really know what else to say. I didn't think I'd get this far, to be honest. Oh my god. So yeah, that's my plan. We are going to build. Now, this area isn't where we're staying. This is our spawn. And by the way, if anyone wants the seed, that's the seed. Feel free to pause the video and copy that with you. I might put it one day. One day I'll learn how to talk. I might put it in the description, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's the seed. If you want to get it, rewind the video and copy it. But let us start with the traditional chop down of tree. Nice. We're off to a great start. But my plan for today is to get to the area where we're actually going to be staying for a lot of the series. So we're not going to stay in the same base forever. Eventually, once I finish one thing, we're going to branch off and work on other things. But one thing at a time. But for today, we're going to just head over to the area that I've chosen. And another thing with this series is I'm going to try to do things that I haven't really done before or that I've done very little of. So in this case, my main or first base is going to be in a biome I've never lived in before. Now, I've tampered with this biome before, and I've messed around with it and figured out some things and tried living in it, but I've never successfully done it. And I've always sort of done the same thing whenever I did survival. I would choose an area kind of like this, honestly, or something with a bit more interesting terrain, like the Ice and Fire series, and I would live there. But this time, I want to do something different. And that is my plan for this episode. Well, not this episode, this series. But first things first, we need to get the basics. So I saw coal over here, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, is get that coal. And then as soon as I've got a few more resources, we're going to head off in the direction behind me and head towards our base. So I'm going to gather a few resources, and then we will get going. Alright, basic resources achieved, now we need to find iron. Which could be a task, but probably not. The way things generate these days, it could be a bit of a task, but also not. Also, I need to get myself food. Iron! Perfect! Okay. Ah! That's not iron! That's violent! That's not okay! Okay, change of plans. We're getting food first. I think I mentioned that it was on hard, right? I don't remember. I don't have the difficulty on normal. I have it on hard, so things hit slightly harder. And why are there no animals? Why? Also, tree. That's something I'm gonna try to do. Every tree I chop down, I'm gonna plant a sapling from it. So, first tree we chop down, first sapling we plant. Let's find some animals. Hello, pig. I am so sorry. But I value my life more than I value yours. Oh look, cows. Okay, cool. I've got plenty of food to choose from. Nice. I wish I had sheep, because this is going to be a rough night without sheep. But we'll make it. We've survived worse. Or, you know, we've BS'd our way through worse at the very least. Come here. God, come back. Stop fighting. You're just delaying the inevitable. Okay, there's more over here, so I'm going to gather a few of these, cook up some of these, and hopefully not die before the morning. And we have survived the night. And look, we've got our little camp. This is the sort of thing I want to do. I just want to make stuff and start like building things. I like this. Also, we've left a sign here. Our first thing in our new world, and we've built it today. So this is the day I'm recording this, at least this first half. I don't know if there's a good chance that this is going to take me a couple days to do. Videos usually take at least 2 days. But this is day 1. I love it. I love it. I might have named it Sunrise Camp, but nah. Little Hill Camp, because we're on a little hill. And this will just be here. But anyway. Oh god, okay. That about sums up how this is going to go. Anyway. It is daytime. I have survived the night. Let's get going. We have a place to go and a thing to see. Now, the reason I chose it over any other biome like it is because, 1, I didn't look very hard, but 2 is because from that biome, it's not one of the biomes like around here, but from that specific biome, you can't see any other different biomes from it. Now, you can see like similar ones, but they all have a thing in common. And, well, you'll understand when we get there. But first, I want to pick these flowers. Look at these flowers. These are my favorite flowers in the game, and I am going to use them wherever I can. But anyway, we need to head that direction, and so I'm going to head that direction, and first I'm going to kill those chickens in front of me, but then I'm going to head that direction. And then if anything interesting happens, you guys shall get to see it. While I was on my way to the base, I came across an abandoned nether portal, and I decided to loot the chest and take what was there. I also decided to take some of the netherrack, just in case I wanted to make some fancy fires over where we're building our base, or, before I actually go to the nether. And then we got back in the boat and got on our way, once again, to our new home. I also stopped to pick up some extra coal and some iron that I found along the side of the river, and I came across a very beautiful lake, ocean sort of thing. Those cliffs were amazing. And after looking around for a little while, I made it to the shore, and the next leg of our adventure began. Alright, this mountain here is the first of several obstacles on the way to our base location. Now, I could probably go around, but I don't want to go around. I want to go straight through, because everybody knows a straight line is the quickest direction. Most of the time. I don't think that counts if you're going up and down, because then it's not a straight line, is it? I bet if I had a better pickaxe, I could legitimately go in a straight line, but nah, I don't have a better pickaxe. I have a single stone pickaxe that has half its durability gone. Hello, pig. I heard another one. Hello, other pig. I have plans for you, and I have plans for you. But let's keep going this way. We're getting close. We're about halfway there. That mountain's the first sign, and maybe one day we'll do something with that mountain. And I don't know if I'm going to put it in the video. I'm probably going to. I'm going to try, I think. But that little cave that I was in back there that I'm definitely going to add into the video now, I might do something with that, because it's actually really cool. Okay, here we are. The dangerous area. So one thing I learned is that any snow that, okay, it's not all of them. Any snow, see, that doesn't have, oh god, okay, this is fine. That doesn't have, the snow layer like this on top of it is the bad snow. It also has a different texture, but I'm terrible at telling the difference. Does it have a different texture? Yeah, it does have a slightly different texture. Okay, so we need to be careful. This is something we're going to have to get used to dealing with, because I am going to be living in a snowy biome this time. This is a biome I've never lived in. Not so much the spruce tree biome. This isn't... oh god. This isn't the home biome. Oh god. This isn't the home biome. The home biome is much more snowy, much more open. But you guys will see when we get there, assuming I don't drown in snow on the way there. It'll be fine. It'll definitely be fine. There will be no problems whatsoever. We're off to a great start. Are snowshoes a thing in this game these days? I don't know. If they are, if they aren't, they need to be. And if they are, I need some. Wow! Oh god! I'm trying to admire the sunset and the snow's trying to eat me. Wow! It's actually... hold on. Field of view, field of view, field of view. Wait, it's not in here. It's right in front of me. Put that to normal. Wow! It's so pretty! Wow! Okay, anyway. Onward we go, and hopefully not dying in the snow. I think I'll stay at this field of view, to be honest. I'm used to playing at 90, because I used to play Bed Wars a lot on high pixel, and larger field of view is better for that, but I think I'll stay at normal for a while. I feel slower. Okay, I'm going to actually sleep, because I'm going to die probably if I don't. Sleep has been acquired. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna kill those sheep that are right in front of us, and we will press on to our new home. One thing I almost forgot. I think I have an idea. Okay, one thing I forgot. Where do I not have? I need to get, okay, tree. You, not you. You're too much tree. I need less tree. Tree? Tree. Your tree. You're tree enough for me. You'll do. Chop down this tree. Every time I sleep in the middle of nowhere, I'm going to leave a campfire and name it as a camp of some sort. That's going to be our thing with this. So I slept right under this tree. So we're going to name it. Let's see. What shall we name this camp? Let's name it Spruceling Camp. I don't know if that's properly how to spell it, but I don't even think spruceling is a word. But I think that seems nice. There we go. 1, 3, 24. Spruceling Camp. I don't know why I want to call it that. It just feels right. It just seems like the name for this sort of camp. Alright, let's decorate it a little bit more. I hate it! This is gonna be a constant thing! I swear to God, this snow is going to be the death of me. Okay, well, that'll snow itself back over whenever the snow comes back. But there we go. Spruceling Camp. Nice. Okay, onward we go. This direction. If anything interesting happens, I will show it, but... Ooh, sheep. I completely missed. Okay, anyway. Onward to our new home. Okay. We've made it to the top of this mountain range. Now, I believe, if my brain do be braining correctly, yes! Look how beautiful it is! Now, I know there's not, you can't see much because of the clouds, but that peak, right over there, that is where we're going to live. Now, I chose it for a very specific reason, and we're gonna head over there, and we're gonna climb it just so I can show why I chose it. But this biome isn't one I've ever lived in. Now, I know these kind of peaks and such haven't been in Minecraft for terribly long, maybe like a year or two at this point, but I've never lived in a biome like this before. I have avoided living in snowy biomes like the plague, and I want to try something new. So let's head over there. Look how beautiful it is. It'll look even better when we're up there, but that's a big reason why I chose this biome, is because I've never ever really lived in a snowy biome before. I have tried building in these biomes, but I just never... I succeeded once. I built a castle once out of ice, and that was about it. Oh god. Oh god. This is gonna be a constant thing. This is just something I'm gonna have to learn to live with. Oh my god. This is gonna be a constant thing I have to deal with. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, this stuff is fine. This is on the ground. Let's go up this way. Climbing this thing's gonna be a pain, but we'll manage. But yeah, that's a big reason why I chose this, because, again, I want to do new stuff in this series. Oh my god. I want to do new stuff in this series. And I want to try and do things I've never done. And so this is something I've never done, is living in one of these biomes. So I'm thinking, at some point or another, wow! It looks even cooler from up top. We'll see. But one thing I've never... What was I talking about? I keep repeating myself. I think our plan for this is we're going to build a castle up here at some point. Obviously, that's what you do with a big hill. You put a castle on it. That's the best thing to do with big hills. That's why they're there. They exist for castles. But that's our plan for this big old hill. Now, obviously, that plan's gonna take a while. See, this is what I'm talking about. The bad snow doesn't have the good snow on top of it. As I said, it'll take a while before we even start this project up here. And honestly, I think I might cut this top part off of the mountain, because I don't know how much of a use I'll have of it. Wow! It just looks so pretty. These shaders make it look beautiful. And this mountain, the top of it is above the clouds, which is really nice. But I might end up trimming the top off just because it's kind of a pointy bit, like up here. I think, imagine like just taking a pair of scissors and just chopping it off right there and just getting rid of that top bit. That's probably what I'll end up doing. But who knows, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see what we actually end up designing in the end. And that's another thing with this series as well. I'm not gonna do as much planning as I normally would, because I've found that my issue is I spend all my time planning and none of my time actually doing. So less plan, more do. And there we are. Look how pretty it all is! Look at this view! It's beautiful! I love it. I love it. So I think for today we're gonna live down there somewhere. Like down in that direction. But for today... Well, not for today, but for now. Look how beautiful it is! Look at it! I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Also, we need a name for our mountain. I'm being shade. I am in danger. I am in danger. Okay, go away. Stop. Go. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. I'm running. Screw this. Screw this and everything involved with it. I'm going to go over here. Seems like a less violent direction. Haha! You will all burn now. Anyway, let me climb back up there and I'll finish what I was trying to say. Okay, I have achieved top of mountain once again. And look how pretty it is! I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. But anyway, we need a name for our mountain. So probably in the next episode I'll be able to pick a name. And obviously I'll pick a name myself if no one comes up with names or if it's something, I don't know. The thing. I can't zoom in. I can't use... That's half of my talking is zooming in on my face. But anyway... If you guys have any name suggestions for our mountain, please do comment down below. But that will, I don't know, I'll probably name it in the next episode. I'll get good at talking one day, but not today. But anyway, wow, let's not jump off of that. But the biggest reason I chose this mountain as well is not, well, there's a fair few reasons, but one of the reasons is, from this view, I did not mean to punch you, please, no hurt. I don't know if they're violent or not. Hi. It was not intentional. But the biggest reason, one of the reasons, I chose this mountain is because from any direction, you can't see any not snowy terrain. That's the big thing. You can see the forest down there, but that's fine. But there's no, like, regular grassy not snow terrain around here, and that's the biggest thing. So anyway, we're not living up here for today. We're going to head back down, and I need to get started on actually building a house. So, as I said, I'm going to start right down there in the valley, and we'll just work our way up from there. We need a base of operations after all. We can't just start building into a cliff. I'll end up living in a cave again, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any name suggestions for our mountain. We'll get another look at it from down here if I don't die in deep snow. Hope that's safe. Okay, good. It's hard to tell from up top whether the snow is safe or not, especially since the shaders make it so bright. Okay, that's not safe. This is probably safe. As long as there's not a cave underneath it, I'll be fine. Okay, I think everything over here is safe, maybe? Yeah, over here is probably safe. Bunny! I want the bunny. I need to catch a bunny. I have bunnies in real life, and so I need to have bunnies in game. Specifically that one. That one looks similar to a rabbit I have. Not quite, but similar. Anyway, I think for now, we could... I didn't choose that peak because it's got ice on it, and it's not as pretty on the other side. But there, that's our mountain from down here. Not the most impressive thing from this angle, but it is very pretty from up top, and will make it look even better. I am going to get started on working on our little house thing here for now, and I also need to go gather materials and such, because this is not nearly enough for what I need to do. But I'm going to get started on upgrading my stuff, getting some better tools, and building us a house. So, I don't know if the time-lapse will be next, but if it is, on to... Ah! Why?! Why you do this? I'm trying to talk. You know what? You know what? No. No. Excuse me. Actually, no. You know what? I need more sticks. You are going to prison. Get back in there. Get back in there. I'm going to put you in prison. There is no escape. Anyway, I'm going to either... Don't even think about it. I'm going to either gather materials, and you guys will probably see some stuff, or, you know, get better stuff, or maybe the time-lapse will be next. I don't know. Don't. Either that, or you'll see the time-lapse next. Anyway. And by the time the time-lapse is over, that goat will be in jail. I swear to God. Anyway, on to the time-lapse, or whatever comes next. Almost immediately after finishing that recording, I took a break to go get lunch, and then I came back, and first thing I did is put that goat in a pit with a fence over it. And then when I was finished with that, I decided it was time to gather materials, so I started gathering some wood, then I went off to gather some stone, a bit of coal, some iron, and whatever else might have been lying around at the time. and I just gathered for a while. Then I decided it was time to go caving and see if I could find any of the fancy resources underground, and I actually did. I got quite deep underground with a cave, and I found a bit of redstone. I didn't mine any, but I found some redstone. I found some diamonds, and I found some lapis, so that was quite nice. And I also found more iron, which makes my life easier. I went through so much iron. But there we go. Diamonds, iron, stone, all that good stuff. And then it was time to start work on our time lapse. So for this time-lapse build thing, whatever we want to call it, I wasn't originally planning on building an entire stone fortress into the side of the mountain. I originally wanted to do just a basic wooden house cabin thing with a wooden log fence around it, kind of like a organic looking fence sort of thing. However, when I was testing the builds for that and kind of getting an idea, I kind of didn't like what I was having, so I decided to just go back into the survival world and start building. And as you can see, things look kind of bad at first. There wasn't a lot of detail in the walls, and I do jump around a little bit. Like, I started with the bridges, and I went on to the house and that tower. But as I went on and worked on it more and more, I started to like it a bit more. And I started to put more detail into it and just make changes as I went. And I really enjoyed the flow of building this. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I ran out of resources twice during the building, and the building itself only took maybe like 5 or 6 hours to do, but you can add like twice that amount of time for the amount of resource gathering I had to do, maybe about that much, maybe a little less. But I ran out twice, and I went through about 13 pickaxes building this. But I think it was worth it. Now, the bridges were probably the most troublesome part, and I did those last because I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and frankly I find building bridges in survival to be an absolute pain. But we got it done, and this is my first time having a fort as a survival base house thing, or like at least as my first base, and I'm really happy with it. So anyway, I'll stop talking, time lapse is nearly over, and I will see you guys shortly. Alright guys, I am back, and look! We have a fort! I like it! I'm proud of it. I'm happy. I'm very happy with it. Now, it could use a bit of color, and I'm not the only one that thinks that, but honestly, for what we have and what it is, I think it turned out pretty good. Now, I might redo the ground at some point. I also might at some point come back and add, I don't know, a bit of a gradient to some of the things, like maybe add some diorite around in there to make it have a stone at the bottom and a lighter color at the top, but I don't know. I also need to add a bit more detailing around here, but I've been at this for probably too long. A bit longer than I would have liked. And I am done. Let's head up here. I like it. I've never had a fort as like my first house thing in a world. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And we can expand from here as well. And the thing is, this will fit into what we're planning to do with the mountain and all that. So that'll be fun. I also want to get some horses at some point. I think I might put them over here, maybe right here. I don't know, but I didn't. I did do some exploring because there was twice during the building that I ran out of materials and I had to go and get more. So I did end up exploring, and I found horses, but I have no way of getting them back here. So that'll be a project for not right now. I also may detail the bridge pillars a bit more because they could be better. But again, I'm out of materials and I'm out of time for this video, so. I did, however, find a trader and imprison our goat within the thing. So we have this goat here. We can name it if you guys want. We can. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I was just thinking of calling it some mean name that I shall not utter here. But anyway, I think let's go this way. Let's do the thing out here in front of our fort. I like it though. I've never had a fort as my first base in any game. I also need to close that door. But as my first base in any like world I've made, I've never had a fort, and I like it. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. I'm excited for this video. Not this video, this series. It'll be a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. Outro done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!